Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Trade Talks Live. This is Roger Wakefield. If you don't know me, I'm a 45-year plumber. Started on social media 7 years ago to grow a business. Started doing YouTube on social media, and it's gone crazy. Now we started the Trade Talks Live because we truthfully believe that you need to learn more about the trades each and every day. And if you do, it'll help you move up to be in the top 5% of your industry, your field, your profession. So we decided, look, we can put all this content together and bring it to you each and every day. So that's what we do. So welcome to the Trade Talks Live. If you've been here before, as Gen X Plumber has, welcome back. If you're new here, this is Squirt. I'm not here alone.
That's it. Good morning, everybody. Squirt, Henry Wakefield. That's my dad over there. Man, happy freaking Monday, everybody. Gen X, same to you. I love Mondays. You know, we get this week going, and it's all downhill after hump day, guys.
But we're not there yet. This is Monday.
That's it. Where we are on Monday, stay focused, okay? Most accidents happening Friday afternoons or Mondays, okay? We've been weekend all mindset. Now it's time to focus on the work we've got ahead. And, you know, happy Monday, everybody, once again. We would like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, where we build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. I always suggest checking out the complete kit. It's the business in a box, comes with both pieces of equipment that we build. That way you're covered for outdoor leaks, indoor leaks under slabs also. Check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. But if you're not familiar with how to do leak detection, give me a call, because I offer training so that you can learn the exact process to go in and do leak detection so you can pinpoint leaks yourself. So give me a call at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO. I'd love to talk about the equipment or the training with you.
And if you want to learn how to do what we do on YouTube, I've spent way too much money learning YouTube. There's like 5 zeros there at least. Just 5, not 6. That'd be too many zeros. I know we are getting close, and that's what's scary. But the thing is, guys, look, I did this to grow my business, and it blew my mind how much our business grew. And it made it where we could sell our business because we grew it, we scaled it, and then we sold it. But we were able to because we just kept growing on YouTube. It's like, well, shoot, let's try this. Let's help tradespeople learn what they do. And it started with plumbers, but now we've moved out to start helping everybody. But if you think you'd like to learn YouTube for your business, go to justmattroger.com. Check it out. I made a free webinar just for you. And if you're in a trade already, you're a residential service company. I'm also part of Residential Service Professionals. Just go to residentialserviceprofessionals.com. Check it out. It's a best practice group that can teach you the things that you need to know. And I joined one because I didn't even know what I didn't know about running a business, but I learned a lot. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the national news. USA CE Fast Track. Now, this is for levee and culvert repairs after flood assessments. There's a big movement coming out of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers because they own a lot of the property around lakes and stuff like that where the water is. But after recent flood assessments, they're fast-tracking levee and culvert repairs, especially in flood-prone regions that saw back-to-back weather events. And when we say fast-track, they're not talking about red tape. We're talking about task orders dropping off MATOCs and IDIQs within days. Now, guys, normally this stuff takes months. Yep. And I've worked with the military on some stuff, so I understand it. But emergency design build teams are rolling out, and weekend road closures are being approved to compress the timelines. And guys, they hate shutting down roads, but they're like, look, if we got to shut down this road to get this done, let's get it done. For the trades, this opens up some serious heavy civil and MEP scope. Bypass pumping setups, cofferdams, SCADA, telemetry installs, MCC replacements, even full generator and ATS packages. But it's not just about having the skills, it's about being ready. That means pre-qualifying with your districts, having your bonding lined up. And I'll tell you what, I've seen bonding keep companies from getting work.
Yep.
They're like, man, we just can't bond all this. And you got to be careful where you've got all your bonds or what all jobs you've got to have bonded.
What's tied up.
Yeah, what's tied up. But your safety stats, like your EMR, you got to be clean.
Very clean. Okay. And guys, safety, we're always harping on it, guys, because it opens so many doors. If you can keep your incidents down at a 0, technically less than 1% is the major. Some larger, tougher to get into facilities, less than 0.5% of incidents.
Now, how do they figure the 1% and the 0.5% and all that?
Based on every 100,000 man hours worked, I believe it is.
Wow.
Based on how many incidents per those hours, and that's how they figure up that percentage.
So that's 50 people for a year.
Yep.
You don't want one accident.
Don't want one.
But you can have up to one, but if you go over it, you're in trouble.
That's it. That's it.
So anyway, you got to keep that stuff clean, but this shows you've got the QC thing covered.
Yeah.
Okay. Mega test data, pump curves, daily logs, drone photos, anything that you can prove, look, we're good at this. We know what we're doing. There's also tight sequencing, confined space protocols for culverts, flood stage weather holds, energized lockout steps, trench gas monitoring. Guys, it's all based on safety almost. And on the logistics side, if you're trying to subwork, you need vendors lined up with pipe, panels, erosion control alternatives, because lead times are going to be crazy. Guys are going to be pushing us to get it done fast. And if you're not looking at stuff like this, you should be. The opportunities are great, and they're going to help you get these jobs. But guys, it takes looking ahead. Now, I used to love stuff like this because culverts, I mean, I'm looking at our front entryway thinking, pretty soon we're going to have to build that out big enough to get like a bus in here.
Yes.
And we will. With what we're doing, we know we will.
Yeah.
It's going to
happen.
It's going to be a big, beautiful entryway. It's going to be Roger's redneck heaven.
Yeah.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
You didn't seem excited about that.
I thought you said Squirt's hole, right? Is that what you said?
Squirt's hole. There you go. See, that'll get us in trouble right there. All right. So first of all, you're going to make that bigger.
I am.
I know.
I am.
So website review, we're talking the NREL PV watts. Now this week's website is a tool that I think more techs and estimators need to keep in their back pocket. This is the PV watts from NREL. It's a free solar production estimator.
Wait, what?
You drop in an address, a system size, tilt and azimuth, and boom, you get a ballpark of how many kilowatts per year the production number will be. Why do we care? Because if you're in residential or like commercial electrical or even HVAC, this lets you prep a solar discussion really fast. You take the annual kilowatts, match it to the client's utility rate. Now you've got dollar savings. Pair it with battery talk. That PV profile helps you through a peak, shave, or backup scenario before you even bring in the engineers. Squirt, why'd you pick this? I mean, I'm excited already. I love it.
So we're talking solar all the time around this place. And it's been a big thing on this channel. So I wanted to bring in a calculator so that you can actually figure out the system, what you're going to gain, the benefits of doing solar. So like I put in LeakPro business address here. Got rooftop size estimator, things like that. You can actually go through in here and figure some of the differences that you want here. But just for instance, let's run here with the basics, okay? DC system size, 4 kilowatts. Let's go to the results here.
Is that going to be enough?
Well, this is just the base kind of look in here. Here's your solar radiation. Here's the actual energy that you can produce and things like that, and what it's going to go annually. I think it's pretty cool to have a tool in here to actually see what you can get.
I like this.
Well,
did you put our address
let's
in?
increase that.
Would
I
you put
did.
it-
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah. Business address. So let's kick it up to 8. So it looks like it did the same.
Well, the solar is the same on the solar radiation. Your
Oh, yeah.
AC energy is what went up
Went up.
a lot.
Perfect. But like, there's tons of tools out there. Like this is something I always, it's like, man, what kind of savings can I get? You can go through here and base it on the different systems out there because there's so many different ratings that you can actually get in equivalencies. Go through here and build out what you can actually put on your roof, what fits, different options, different things like that, different modules, array types. You can go through here and select some different things, kind of see what your different outputs are, figure out what's going to work best at your home. That's what I think is really cool here is you can go through your home, the project site, different things like that. You can go through here showing the different options so you can put together the different packages if this is something that you're looking to get into.
So what's this over here where it says like the rooftop size estimator?
I think that's...
Yeah, you click on that. See, there's the house.
Yeah, I'd have to zoom just a little, but... We're just going to do this array roughly. How about that?
There you go.
Just that part.
Yeah, say we just covered that.
Boom. Just covered that portion. Oh, that increased us.
That took us up to 44.5 kilowatts. Yeah. Yeah.
68,000 kilowatts a year. Pretty good.
Man, that is not too
Just
bad.
to go through here and check out what are some of the options that you can fit on your roof, things like that. We can go through, we could do the different arrays, things like that, actually change that probably. So let's say we got 2-axis tracking. That
Man.
made it 1.5.
Mm.
Pretty much. Real close, not far off. Maybe 1.41.
Easy
No,
one
you
for you
know.
to remember.
That's it. But guys, a good tool out there, if you are looking at solar, stuff like that, being able to go through and talk it with your customers, give them the different options at their actual location. I think it's a great thing to have. Something good to show off.
I love it. And the big win here is that you can use it to collaborate early with roofers and electricians, both HVAC, plan that roof layout before everyone's scrambling on install day. You get everybody involved first and you say, look, here's what the data tells us. Here's what we're doing and here's why. And it really is a cool deal. All right, business growth. Now, menu pricing. Now, this is one that I love it because you get a good, better, best package. And it's funny because I was working on something with that this morning, but let's talk the pricing models. If you're not using good, better, best packages, you're probably leaving money on the table. And if you'll start bundling your outcomes, good might be just for the minimum install. Hey, I remember hearing a guy say one day, he says, look, good is we go in and patch this up like it was 40 years ago when the house was built. Better is we go in and we fix everything like that. So everything works like it did then. Best is where we upgrade you to new systems that operate based on what we would be doing today. If this house was built today, it would have this upgraded air conditioning system. It would have this updated water heater. It would have the IoT in the house.
That's right.
Everything will be talking to each other.
Everything automated, baby. Oh.
And, better's longer warranty and some energy savings, but best would throw in performance upgrades and a maintenance plan. Make better the default. Anchor it mentally so customers gravitate there. But show them the value of the best. Okay? If you're not showing the value of it, you're never going to sell it. What it is look, you understand that if you upgrade to the best system, your utility bills are going down. You're not going to use as much water. You're not going to use as much electricity. You're not going to use as much of anything. So in the long run, this is your best value. And then show all three clearly. List what's included, cap the scope.
Kiss.
And a lot of people don't. It's just, oh yeah, we'll do all that. Maybe you got to put in up to 25 feet of pipe. If we open it up and we can't tile in there and we got to go 60 feet further, guess what? That's 60 more feet of pipe. So you do this to protect yourself. And always include change order trigger language. Trigger language is, we need to see if we can change something. Okay. We can change anything. but it depends on what it's going to be, how much more it will cost. Now, here's the game changer. Include monthly payment buttons beside each option. Now, you do this, the best way to do it is just look at people and say, literally, do you want to use your money or do you want to use ours? And we're like, well, what do you mean use your money? Well, we have financing available. If you're qualified, it won't cost you anything today. Financing helps customers say yes to the better or best option without even having to think about it. Text should present, pause, and ask. Present the prices. Pause just a second, give them time to look at it, and then ask which one fits your goals. Not, do you want it? And then show before and after pics, thermal images, anything to help you close the deal. And then use e-sign tools to close right then and right there.
That's it. And asking them the option thing, not, you want it? That's huge. Your waiter comes up. What you want?
Yeah.
Could I get you any appetizers or start with drinks? Or they're trying to lead you into something, that extra that maybe you don't normally get, that appetizer. A lot of people don't get them. Hey, maybe I can sell it by offering it instead of just asking, hey, what do you want from the menu? Ask something specific. Are you in the mood for an appetizer today? Are you in the mood for this good price or the best price? Do these options interest you? And I think just digging just that little bit, that one little line phrase change makes a major difference.
And I used to love being a waiter. Simply fun to. I literally, when I walked up the table, how are y'all doing this evening? I want to see y'all just sat down. I'll go ahead and take your drink order. But before I do, I want y'all to go ahead and go in the menu to the house special. I recommend that to every table here, and 99% of them get it. And the reason is it comes with the 2 cheese appetizer. Everybody gets a sample plate with every kind of food we have on it, every meat, every vegetable. And oh, by the way, since you're at a table with 2 burners, it also comes with white chocolate and dark chocolate for dessert. Normally at that point, they're throwing down the menu. They're like, don't even worry about the drinks. Get our food ordered, then come back and get the drinks. Yeah. Guys, it works. It really is. It's so good.
That's it.
Want to jump in here. Matt McDonough says, Mr. Miyagi of Plumbing and Squirt. What's up, brothers? Love that. Bob Ross says, a bad weld is a happy accident. Ha ha ha. Happy Margarita Monday. Let's go, LeakPro. Guys, it's all about Margarita Monday. Vivian Simmons says, hi, gents. How are you? Good to see you in here. Matt says, I do have to say, thank you for the water cup. I dropped it off a beam lift, and it survived. I love it. Still drinking out of it today. Thank you, Jim. Brother, you are welcome. Yeah.
That's great.
Matt got a tumbler. Vivian says, we use this in South Africa all the time. It doesn't help you to prep. It does help you to prep before you meet with the client. Amen. Oh, that tool is amazing.
Awesome.
Matt says, that's awesome that you can calculate the amount of solar energy you can utilize. Is there a part that you can submit for your consumption? No, you're going to have to pull that off your bill because you've got to know what your consumption. And that's one thing every solar company wants to know, Matt. Dude, if you'll just show me your electric bill, I'll tell you what you need.
I'll give you the system
and I'm like,
to cover
wow.
that. Yep.
Eli Porto says, hey, Roger, I've seen some video of new home construction in Texas where plumbing are installed at the attic and not underground. Is there a reason why not underground? Eli, they're trying to sell the houses by square foot. So they'll stick the water heater in the attic. That way they can sell that little 4x4, 16 square foot of area at another $200 a square foot or whatever. And I hate to say it, that's the only reason they do it. Yeah, I know. Dumbest thing people ever did. Anyway, service work. On-call design. Go ahead.
Yes. Fair rotations and escalation trees, okay? On-call work can make or break the morale, okay? So you have to get this structure right, okay? First, post an 8 to 12 week rotation. Let techs trade the days, okay? Because we all have things come up. Make it to where they can actually plan some things ahead. That's the key to this 8 to 12 week rotation. Cap consecutive nights. put a limit on it. You can't work 7 nights in a row. Not allowed.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody works late, do not force them into a 7 a.m. dispatch the next day.
Do that.
I've got the 2-hour turnaround time that they gave us. One time. It was so rough and brutal, but sometimes they require the 8-hour break.
Mm-hmm.
That's not 8 hours sleep. That's just 8 hours from time walking off to walking on the job, to being on the job already.
And sometimes it's easier to get a hotel right there. So, you know what? I'm just going to walk across the street and go sleep.
I've slept in my car before.
Yep.
I was an apprentice. I ain't too good.
And, you know,
Make sure I'm here. Here, just come out and wake me up, please. Okay, how about that? Here's where
I'll
parked.
be here.
Yeah.
You know, another thing too, Randy, you talked about letting them swap days. I've even seen technicians say, "I'll pay you to work my day."
Oh yeah.
Okay.
A bonus.
I'll pay you $100 or I'll pay you $200.
Need it
I've
off
got to
for
have
a
off.
reason. Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, so I'm going to make the money that I make today plus
this little bonus extra pay.
a couple $100 in cash.
Yep.
I did say cash.
Mm-hmm.
You'd notice.
Well, that's it. Like, offer cash to your guys. Offer stipends for being on call. Minimum pay for call outs.
Mm-hmm.
Holiday differentials. Oh, my favorite. I love Thanksgiving week.
Brown Friday.
Build in guaranteed rest windows. Okay. Make sure that they know they've got some time that they don't have to deal with it at all. Figure that into the rotation if your team's big enough.
And the cool thing is, there's a clear escalation tree, okay? Especially if your CSRs understand it, because they triage the call. Then they escalate it to the lead tech, then to the on-call manager. You got to figure all this stuff out, okay? 5-minute callback, wheels rolling within an hour. What is your USP? What is your unique selling perspective? Go ahead.
I was going to say parts access matters too. You're going to want to have cages or lockers, fuel and toll cards, loaner tools, and guys for safety. Any roof or confined space should be 2-man team, period.
And that should be it.
It has to be. That's one of the most important things I learned for jobs. Okay. Also, video some of the solo calls that you deal with so that you've got proof everything was done, everything was completed. Because there's nobody else to say, yep, I saw it. Track your KPIs. Okay. First visit completions.
That's the biggest one.
Response times. And push for reviews while the win is fresh. Get an automated thing that reaches out 5 minutes after your tech leaves.
Or maybe right before they leave.
With it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like as soon as they click leaving job, boom, it shoots that email, that text, whatever to your client asking for that.
And if they get it right there when they're there,
Yep.
especially if your tech does right and says, "Look, I'm going to give you 5-star service. I don't care that it is 3:00 in the morning."
Ready? I'm going to give you one. At a conference we were at, we were sitting at a table, and the maid lady that picks up the plate hands a card with a QR code. Oh, we would love for you to leave us a review.
And we both did.
Boom. Everybody at the table did, because the way she did it, she gave us a QR code on a card, everything.
Let me make this easy for you.
That's it. And she made it so easy that we all did it. That's huge. But guys, this is a retention issue as much as a revenue one. So train your techs up. You can do it. Like, it's out there. Teach them.
And guys, there's always an easier way.
Yeah.
Which rolls me right into materials, equipment, and tools. A wearable lift assist.
Ooh, yeah, buddy.
How you say it? Exos?
Exoskeletons?
Wearable exoskeletons aren't science fiction anymore. They're hitting the field and they're reducing injuries. Now,
Yes.
Randy's seen these that hold the jackhammer up for you. I've literally had to jackhammer a column out before.
Yeah.
And because I was working as a laborer at the time.
Well, you've also got, like, and I watched a video on one of these things. You've got this passive shoulder and back exo.
Mm-hmm.
This is great for overhead ductor pipe. And I thought about it because I've been like this for way too many times. Well, it's this little backpack. And once your arms go past here, I think it is, it starts to hold them for you. So you're not holding your arms up, but your arms are here. You put them up here, and you're kind of resting on this shelf, and it's helping you hold what you've got. So these things are really freaking cool. And also powered waste units that help with the repetitive lifting. Okay? Protect your back.
That's what it's all about.
They take 15 minutes to fit and need a little ladder climbing training. Safety-wise, though, they're not for hot work or tight crawl spaces. It is an exoskeleton suit. It makes you bigger, and you can't fit in a tight space. I guarantee it. But they can increase heat stress and pose trip risk, okay? Because it's going to make you a little heavier. It's going to be a little clunkier. You just want it for the actions that you're using it for most of the time. You don't just want to wear this thing down to break. But you've got to have, you want to pair them with a solid heat, rest, and water protocol. If they're wearing these things, they're going to sweat even more just by having them on. More working, you need mini breaks planned into the work itself. Also, keep hygiene in mind, okay? If you're sharing this gear, clean it. Carry some extra liners. Wipe your equipment down regularly. And also, do some weekly bolt check-ins. You're going to want to make sure everything's tight, everything's snug on it so that these things are operating properly, because if it fails, that's not what you're going to want. So make sure you are inspecting these every day for the use. Okay? And the best way to actually get some buy-in on this is run a pilot crew and track that data. Did the injuries cut down? Was the productivity more? How was the morale of the guys?
Look, guys love stuff like this.
We love that they're coming out with so many tools to help us do our jobs.
New toys.
That's it. We're kids in a toy store, but now it's on construction sites and we're men and women, and I love it. If you've got some skeptical old guys, let them use it for 15 minutes.
Why's it got to be the old guy?
Because they're always last ones to try something new.
They're not.
No offense to any of you.
They're not early adopters.
That's it. They want to wait till every other guy has it. Okay, let me try that thing, man. They've been talking real good about it. Don't be scared to try it,
Hey,
guys.
I'm waiting
Just
for those
try it.
exo machines to kick in and y'all start fighting each other and y'all are like, I'm not trying to hit you. It's the machine. It's the robot.
It's the claw hammers just swinging.
I know.
Let them try it out, okay? And that's all it actually takes to prove that it's not soft. It's actually smart, okay? Because when they're holding something up like this and they're not actually holding it, it's doing all the work for them, they're going to go, oh, yeah. Can I get 2 of these, please?
Somebody take a picture of me.
Yeah. Look at this. Oh, my gosh. Send that picture to my old lady. She's going to think I'm strong now.
She's going to say, can you wear that stuff at home? I need you to be strong
I
here.
need you to pick me up. Be good times.
Guys, this video is sponsored by me. It's, learning YouTube, learning social media has probably completely changed everything that we've done. Because if you'd asked me 8 years ago, where are you going to be in 8 years? I'm going to be like, man, we're going to have a great plumbing company that Randy doesn't want to work at. He didn't want to work as a plumber.
There's a reason I didn't get my plumbing license.
I know. But here's the thing. Instead, I learned social media to market it and found out, wow, every person in the world needs to know social media. And now I'm trying to teach people social media. If you're interested in learning what we do, you want to learn to get better, you want to learn to grow a business, you want to learn all that good stuff, I made a free webinar. Go check it out at justmattroger.com.
That's it. And everybody, we would also like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, where we build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And when I say system, guys, we build 2 different pieces of equipment. So I always suggest checking out the complete kit. It comes with both devices. I built a probe, which is a T-handle style stainless steel rod, super durable for probing in and out of the ground. And that's what we prefer for that meter to the home services, irrigation lines, anything just underground. If it's got a slab on it, some concrete, sidewalk, driveway, patios, whatever, you're really going to want the sidekick that comes in that complete kit. It's our pistol grip style with an aluminum rod. And that aluminum rod, it's a less dense metal, so it enhances the sound even more. That's why we really like it when you're listening on concrete, because it eliminates the slab for you so that you can hear what's going on underneath. So check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. But if you're not familiar with how to do leak detection, come spend a couple days with me here just outside of Dallas, Texas. I offer a training where I've got a slab out there with 11 leaks under it. We'll teach you how to locate the lines, pinpoint locate leaks under a slab. Outside of slab, I also have one so you know what that sounds like too. But then we'll also teach you how to pinpoint locate or to do isolation testing in a sewer system to determine exactly where a sewer system's leaking. So give me a call and we can teach all this to you at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO. And I'd love to talk to you about the equipment or the training and how this can help you in your business.
Guys, the training is something that I got to help design because I'd been trained on the West Coast. I got trained on the East Coast. And I never saw a good layout to train plumbers. It was always for pool people. Went back to the West Coast later, and Terry had a training that was pretty good set up for plumbers. He also kind of made it easy. I didn't want to make it easy. So we did this really, really good. So like you said, go check it out, leak.pro. And if you've got a business and you want to learn the best skills, the best way to grow your business, Residential Service Professionals is all about that. It's a best practice group. If you want to learn how to set your pricing, how to train your people, it all starts with leadership, with management, skill sets. Go check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. I think you'll enjoy it. Okay, MEP, domestic hot water recirc balancing, the digital valves. In healthcare and hospitality, your hot water system has to do three things. It has to stay hot, stay clean, and not waste energy. And the thing is, by stay hot, when they open that faucet, they want hot water. This is where the digital balancing valves come in. These little things use thermostatic logic and smart sensors to keep branch temperatures right where you want them. And this is without overheating your return line. So it's not just continuously running. That was just always there. Pair them with ECM pumps, the delta temperature controls, insulate everything fully, and make sure you've got a mixing strategy. And install this with purge ports, check your orientation, and place remote sensors for long runs. That way it's checking the temperature all the way through it. Commissioning is what this is all about. And your commissioning agents are going to love you if you do all this right. But verify your temps at the furthest fixture. Log your trend data and alarm any temperature drops. Then print the balancing report. That's your proof and your protection that you installed it right, you balanced it right, you set everything. It's fantastic. And then when things go wrong, look for dead legs, mislocated T's, or firmware issues. The payoff is fewer gas complaints, less energy waste, and way better compliance on Legionella protocols. Now, it's funny because I remember being taught by a guy that was a water expert. And literally, he was like, look, man, he got a call. It was in San Antonio. And this car wash guy calls him and says, man, we're having problems. So he comes out there and he's looking at everything. He says, man, everything looks good. So he says, go ahead and turn it on. So as soon as they turn it on, you could smell the water. And I mean, this guy starts running out. And the guy's like, what? What's wrong? He said, dude, that's Legionella disease. You need to get away from there. So you need to get this water out and purify everything, clean it. But that's what the big problem was. Stagnant water is where Legionella disease will grow.
That's it. I think this is really cool because a lot of people don't understand. It's not just, oh, you turn the water on just like a house. Some of these buildings are so big and massive and the lines go so far to feed. But there's requirements on jobs like, all you plumbers, I feel bad at times because it's like, oh, it's got to be hot water coming out of every single lavatory on the whole job within 10 seconds. Yeah. I don't want any employee waiting more than 10 seconds for hot water to wash their hands. There's a reason for it. I completely understand it because if you've got 10,000 employees in this building
and they all wash their hands 3 times a day,
10 extra seconds on that matters. It's a huge difference.
Or some of these I've seen take 30 seconds to a minute to get hot.
That's it. There's some ridiculous ones out there. And some loops in places, it's 3 seconds. They don't want to wait any time. They've got to balance the systems right. And that's why I wanted to shed some light on this. I think it's pretty cool.
Matt McDonough talking about the exoskeleton says, I tell people tools preserve my youth. Ha ha, kid in the candy shop, no doubt. Go LeakPro. Randy, where's the work at?
Battery recycling and cathode plants in the Midwest corridors. Okay, if you are in the Midwest, eyes up, guys. Battery recycling. We know there's more and more batteries getting
the more vehicles run on them, the more houses are built with them. Guess what?
That's it. And I think that's why this is becoming a bigger thing now. And these the cathode plants and stuff, they're popping up along key logistic corridors. And they're hiring like crazy. I love this. But why here? Rail access is going to be major for battery distribution to be able to bring these things in to get rid of them. Highway infrastructures are already there to do this. Big power capacity and proximity to the EV manufacturers. Very important because that's where they'll go after they're done. The scope here, stainless steel and PVDF process piping, acid neutralization systems, classified electrical, and some clean room HVAC. Pretty extensive projects going into this, guys. And that's what I love. Tons of man hours. But think PSM, adjacent safety culture, SDS libraries, bonded grounding, eye wash stations that are all mapped out. Some of these battery rooms you get into, they get pretty serious. You're going to need certifications, traceability, and clean QC paperwork to win the bids on these, though. And, you know, some of the scheduled drivers include specialty valves, a lot of them, lead time tools, and permit delays. Okay. If you've got any of the NICET techs, instrumentation pros, or commissioning experience, you're going to be in demand for this, guys. And this is actually long-term MEP work, folks. Don't sleep on it. Pay attention to it. Talk about the battery stuff all the time. This is the recycling plants, guys. This is the other end of it. Don't forget about it either, because they all go somewhere to get recycled, handled, and resent back out.
You know, and the neat thing about it, Randy, if you look, we're talking solar. We're talking the battery walls.
Yeah.
Talking about it just earlier, keeping that stuff to where, I mean, I don't know if y'all notice the sun's not out at night. I know. Surprises a lot of people.
It's just hiding.
Pretty soon they'll come out with lunar power. They'll take that moonlight,
that
turn it
reflection.
into power.
Yeah, baby.
You know, how can we get anything out of it? But the cool thing about it, seriously though, is if you can get, and I'm not going to say over because I don't know how they do it, but if you have like extra power that can charge those batteries that your house can run on at night, you're still off the grid, which is exactly where I want to be.
That's it.
It is what it is.
And then batteries, 10-year life or whatever, time to replace. Ship them out so you can recycle them.
Get some new ones in.
Buy some that went through the recycling plant already to save some dough. Love it.
All right, instructor training. And I like this because this is where you co-teach rotations with field PMs or foremen. That's what I used to love about being an instructor, because I was a superintendent. And when I came in, it's like, look, you get both sides of me. Yep. I'm not just going to teach you how to do this. I'm going to tell you why this is a big deal out on the job. And if you want to boost your apprentice program overnight, start bringing in field people to teach. Now, I know that a lot of them say they want to do it. A lot of them just want to check. Talk to your apprentices. If they're not freaking teaching, don't have them in there. Don't just bring them in so you got a warm body in there collecting a check. We end up cutting those people loose on job sites.
Yeah. But like, if you can get some of the top guys, like union, I came up union, but we kind of knew who the big dogs at all the companies were. You bring one of those into my class, I'm listening. Mm-hmm. Full attention to actually pay attention to this, because we knew who all the big dogs were. And yeah, if you're an apprentice that they're not there to listen to the big dogs, guess what? It's time for them to go ahead and scoot on down the road That's just a quick learn because we know we're going to go from this 32-man class down to less than 10 by the end of this 5 years. We just got to figure out where the weight's going to cut. And it's easy to see things like this.
And a good way to do it is, every 3 or 4 weeks, bring in a project manager to talk about change orders, maybe a foreman to teach layout, a safety lead to run near miss reviews. Remember we talked about the postmortems last week? What if somebody comes in and talks about those, teaches people, look, about when this job is done, the foreman and superintendent are going to sit and look at every piece of pipe, everything done on this job and say, hey, look, here's where we lost money. And it was mainly on this crew here. Use real job documents, RFIs, submittals, and punch lists. That way they learn the paperwork and why. If you can teach them why, then they understand it. Then flip the script. Have the apprentices teach it back. Pick an SOP. Brief the class. Get graded with a rubric. That capstone locks in a real-world skill set and confidence because now they understand what they're doing. And then make it easy for the guest instructors that you do bring in. I don't know if you can pay them or from comp time, anything you can do, but schedule them during slow periods. Film the sessions to build a private training archive. If your school's doing something like that, you're already doing more than most people. You want your next crop of journeymen to hit the ground running? That is how you do it.
I like that. Film the videos while you get those people because they can't always commit their time. And I love that. Film the video while they're there so that everybody can gain from that knowledge and that insight.
And it makes it good for everybody.
Yep.
All right. Matt McDonough says, all right, gentlemen, got to go be a hero. You guys keep doing awesome things. Love you. Bye. Go LeakPro.
Have a good one, brother.
Brother, have a safe day. Monday, keep an eye on your peoples. And Julie Jones says, good morning, Roger and Randy. Happy Monday. I'm still basking in what a great day Friday was at the Residential Service Professionals Business Intensive and already getting requests for the next one on November the 7th.
Nice.
We will get everything in there updated, but we were talking about that just a while ago. So, Julie, thank you for jumping in here. All right, specialty. High bay LED for broadcasts. Now, this is going to help your glare, your CRI, and your flicker. If you're lighting a gym, an arena, or any broadcast venue, LEDs need to do more than shine. They need to perform for the camera.
You know a little bit about this, don't we?
I figured that out a long time ago, yes. And, we did a deal the other day about building stadiums. You need the cameras in there to check the lights. And I know that sounds weird, but if you're not, you're going to be in trouble. So flicker-free drivers, high CRI and TLCI scores, and even CCT across the space. Now, glare is a real issue. Model your shielding and lensing to keep the visibility clean. Now, there's lots of different controls, but you want to use a DMX or a 0 to 10V with preset scenes for events, practice, and emergency modes. Keep inrush, THD, and surge protection in check. Commission it with light meters, camera tests, and full aim photos. And guys, when I say test this, you've got to know, is this stuff going to work Sunday afternoon when the cameras come on?
That's it. All the angles, all the different times, all the different angles of the sun. It's going to change throughout. I can remember we were, I guess, touring, I'll say a stadium or whatever, and it was right where the sun actually comes glaring in, and it's like, holy crap, if they were down there playing on the field, that sun's in the quarterback's eyes. Oh, they really want the other end one of those days for that time. I get it. I see why they built it that way. Okay. There's small things that you've got to test over and over all throughout different aspects here because everything does change throughout the day. And don't test it on a cloudy day because it's not going to tell you much. But
Yeah.
also do some turnover binders. They should include your actual settings that you set everything through and tested with. The maintenance plan, any spare gear, it's account based on the fixture totals. You're always going to want a few spares because things go wrong, I promise.
Now, we used to have to do that in the fire protection systems. Literally, there used to be a box where there'd be like replacement heads.
Yeah.
Because you never know when one's going to go. And it's like, okay, wait, we have to shut down the fire protection system and order ahead and try to get it in. No. we had to have so many replacements for every different head on the job.
Yep. Yeah, we worked in a lot of existing spaces. Things happen.
And guys, the thing is, if it's done right, it's light you never notice. That's what it's all about.
That's it. Have you ever seen that where you're actually like watching a show or something and it was a live filming or whatever, and like somebody's wearing something and it's just completely throwing off the whole vibe because it's bugging is what it seems like, more or less. It's flickering over and over, and it's like, man, like I can't even watch this. The lights are so bad because of whatever they're wearing or whatever the case is, not doing the right testing. It's out there.
You know, you did something the other day. We were out in the shop shooting, and we were talking about taking a picture with a wrench, my big green pipe wrench. And he says, Dad, you can't. He said, we're using a green screen.
Yep.
It's like, ooh, you're right. Didn't even think about it. Yep. I know that whenever I went to be on the Today Show, and even Dr. Phil, they're like, don't wear white shirts. White will wash out everything. So you wear, I carried a red and a black to Dr. Phil, and God, I think I just carried a red to the Today Show.
Yeah.
And it's just like, here's what it is. And I mean, I carried both to the Today Show too. But it's pretty cool because, I mean, you walk in on Dr. Phil and they're literally like, of course, I tried wearing my red shirt. And they're like, do you have any other color shirts? And I wanted to say no. And I'm like, yeah, I brought my black one too. And they're like, yeah. And I had told them before, I said, look, I'm a plumber. I wear jeans. Yeah. And they said, oh, no. Dr. Phil, you got to wear slacks. I said, I'm not doing it. And they're like, what? I said, this is me. I'm a plumber. I said, let's go talk to him. So they did. Went and talked to him. Dude's a plumber. Let him be a plumber. I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Today's shout out goes to Mike Holt, NEC. If you're an electrician and you're not following this account, probably not doing yourself much of a favor. Okay. Mike breaks down NEC code with clarity. Grounding and bonding myths, busted. AFCI, GFCI, selectivity, it's all explained. Service calculations made easy. A great way to do code minutes at morning huddles. Link his videos into your apprentice's program. It'll align with your Q&A and align it with his visual checklist, so where when there's problems, you show where he shows the right way. It's all there. It's free and it's trusted across the country. Use it weekly. Get smarter, and if your license renewal's coming up, he'll help you pass it with confidence. What you got here, Scott? What made you pick this?
So today, I thought this was kind of interesting. It's more or less all about electrical code. Don't see a lot of social media channels like this. Look,
Where it's just
description. Electrical education. Period. Been doing this since 2008. Sorry, guys. Viewing around my mic boom here a little bit. Actually, you know what?
8 million views. There you go. Make it bigger. You can see it.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So like the latest, emergency shutoff disconnects. Code 225.41. You can actually go through and search your codes to see the videos that he's actually done on them to get the explanation and everything. I think it's really cool. He does some good visuals where he actually pulls up going through and teaching the lessons. Super cool. Let's see. Oldest, because I said this started back in 2008.
Wow.
Ground contact resistance. Even 14 years ago, hydro massage bathtub bonding, 680.74. Because they've been doing code for over a decade, creating videos so that you can learn, deep dive into the codes. And I think that's really cool. Let's see, what do they got on popular? Grounding safety fundamentals with over 1 million views, hour and 13 minutes. Saying, pull this up with your apprentices and stuff. Here's a class, more or less, of the basics so that you can actually understand it and learn it. I think it's really cool. We don't come across a lot of channels like this that are actually deep dives into each and every single code in the book.
No, this is pretty cool.
So I think this is a cool one. Completely different approach than most everything we always see, which is what really kind of excited me. It was like, man, check out what I stumbled across. This is pretty cool. So,
Okay, hold on. I wanted to see because, I mean, he's been around for 17 years,
yeah. Oh, wait. Right.
right?
Yes. 17.
10 will be
years.
15. Yep.
Almost 17.
Yeah,
Come November. Yep.
that is awesome.
Almost 9 million
127,000 subs, almost 9 million views. Doing good stuff. Okay, sorry. I wanted to go a little deeper on
No
that.
problem.
How's he doing on shorts, or what's he doing on shorts? He's having fun.
Sizing the equipment and grounding conductor.
Mm-hmm.
Clips and stuff of what's going on. Talk about some different types of code deep dives, just more and more. Here he is out and about. Hey, let's just film a quick short and have some talking. I love it. Love to see it, guys. If you're not on socials, get out there, get yourself going. It's time to create your space. So, definitely a pretty good one.
Not bad at all.
Let's see what the most popular short is here real quick. Math and history of multi-wire branch circuits. Okay. The TV will go real fast. Pretty cool. You know,
It is.
something different for sure. I actually kind of like that, learning this code. If you are an electrician out there trying to get your license and you want to deep dive into some of the codes, that's probably a good resource to go and actually do some extensive learning beyond what you're learning wherever from your instructors.
Got some good stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, best practices. Systems that print time. Now, this is residentialserviceprofessionals.com. The last segment of the day is a practical one. How do you save time and sanity as a residential service business? Well, check out residentialserviceprofessionals.com. One login gets you to the pricing tools, the hiring scorecards, dispatch, templates, SOP libraries. It's like a cheat code for owners and managers. We're building it out to where it literally buys you more time back each and every day. It was so neat being at the Business Intensive the other day. Literally, people are like, oh my gosh, it can do all this? It's like, yeah, it can. Faster quotes mean fewer callbacks. Color-coded dispatch means better first call completions. Talked about that earlier. Their onboarding checklist lower your tech churn, and the dashboard tracks the 7 KPIs that actually predict whether you'll have cash in 2 weeks. And guys, it's not just that. It's the pillars that it's built on: management, leadership, marketing. Action step: pick one area, pricing or dispatch. Implement the residential service professional system for 30 days and measure the time and stress that it saves. If you'll get in there and learn that there are tools out there that will do things for you, we're putting them together. We're doing things that other best practice groups aren't even thinking of yet. Join the community and then learn from people who've actually worn the boots. We've been out in the field. Me and Julie talked about that the other day. What keeps business owners awake at night? And normally it's how do you get the phone to ring? Now, we've talked about that many, many times.
I got to keep my guys busy.
Yeah.
Do I have enough work for them?
Every day. Mm-hmm. It's like, look, I've got to figure out how to get the phone to ring. But to be honest, the first questions you need to be asking yourself is, am I priced right? Because if you're not, if you're losing money on every job that you go on and your phone starts ringing more,
You're losing more?
you're going to lose it faster.
Yep.
I'm just telling you, man, I thought that we were doing it. I mean, I really did.
How was it when you first joined?
And man, it was rough. Number one, it scared me because it's drinking water out of a fire hose. You literally walk in, you're like, wait, there's all these systems. Where do I start? And I hate to say this, the best practice group that we were part of, they didn't even tell us that. They're like, well, you got to figure that out. It's like, no. I need you to look at me and tell me, where am I going to be able to see an improvement the fastest? And I hate to say it, they didn't even know. But number one is knowing your pricing. Is your price set right? And I remember one of my other members went over to his office one day and he said, when you come over, just bring your price book. And I laid it down, slid across the table. He opened it up, looked straight at the price page and shut it right back and slid it back. He said, you're underpriced. I said, how do you know? He says, I work in this area. I know what your numbers should be. Yep. And I really thought, you know what? He just wants me to get my price up as high as his so he doesn't look bad.
Yep. Wrong.
But that's not it. If you're not priced right, you look bad. And I hate to say that, but he's priced the way he is because he was providing better value. And when you learn to provide the value, you learn to teach your team how to sell the value. It's amazing. But you've got to get in a best practice group that's going to help you buy your time back. That's going to help you as the owner get things done for you that you don't have to do every day. It gets it done. residentialserviceprofessionals.com. Go check it out. All right. So I get to do YouTube every day. I get to study YouTube. I get to make YouTube. I get to study YouTube some more. I think I study it more than I make it now. But the fun thing about it is I literally got tired of getting ripped off by marketing companies. I knew we were going out of business. And every time I'd call the marketing company, say, man, I need my phone to ring more. Hello. They're like, oh, good. Give us more money. And that's what it always came down to. They weren't building my page for search. They were building it saying, well, we can run ads against it. And that wasn't working. So the last one that I hired actually made my phone stop ringing. I got my website back up and then I decided I'm going to do something. I'm going to do it myself. And I decided to do social media. So I went to a conference in San Diego, was walking down the hall, headed to another Facebook room, and literally saw a placard. I walked in, sat down because it said something about video. And I thought, man, we can do videos, never thinking it would be me. That's when I learned about YouTube. And guys, I'm telling you, YouTube is not the problem. It's that voice inside your head telling you it is. Because if I'd have listened to that voice that day, it would not have worked. And we wouldn't be here right now. So what we do is we learned how to do it ourselves. But I've spent so much money learning YouTube that really I'm a pretty good YouTube coach now. But I can teach you that YouTube can work for you. So I made a free webinar to teach you about it. Go to justmattroger.com, check it out. You don't need a lot of equipment. You don't need to have a lot of views and subscribers right now. You'll get there one day. So go check it out at justmattroger.com. Come back and let me know what you think about it.
And everybody, we'd also like to thank LeakPro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks. They let us come in here, hang out, and talk trades for an hour each and every Monday through Friday, except for major holidays like next Monday.
Coming up.
Love that Labor Day's coming.
A week from today.
All you labor personnel. But LeakPro does build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. I always suggest checking out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. It's the business in a box, comes with both pieces of equipment to cover you for outdoor or indoor under slabs. Check out the complete kit at leak.pro. But if you're not familiar with how the process of leak detection works, give me a call because I offer a 2-day in-person training here just outside of Dallas, Texas. Got one of the only training facilities in the country to actually teach you leak detection for plumbing lines. So give me a call at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO. I'd love to talk about the equipment or the training and how we can help you increase your business in your area.
Guys, LeakPro is amazing. From the time I found out, I'm like, this is the system that I want to know, that I want to learn, that I want to use. I tried acquiring the company from the first day I met Terry, and it took us a while, but we finally got it. But I'm telling you, it's a great product. If you want to grow your business, go check it out, leak.pro. Guys, it's Monday. Make sure you take care of your people today. Make sure everybody makes it home safe. Most accidents happen on Monday and Friday. Well, if you're here today, hopefully you made it through Friday. Now let's make it through Monday. Whatever you do out there today, do it safe and have fun.
Everybody, happy Monday. See you back here tomorrow for a Tequila Tuesday. See you then. Get out there and hit it effing hard, guys. You know we will. Bye.
Bye, guys. See y'all.